What it do, people? It's your boy Dre Day every day. And today's topic, we're gonna talk about my passion for hip hop. Um, man, so hip hop music. It's a lot of opinions about hip hop music, where it is today, what it used to be. Is it good to listen to? Is it bad to listen to? It's all negative. Blase, blase, whoop de whoop. Well, I'll just tell you my story. Because hip hop is something that's very close to me, very close to my heart. Hip hop has got me through a lot of trying points in my life. Hip hop makes me happy. And I will say that, like, hip hop is my primary consumed music genre. I listen to other genres, but I do not return to other genres the way I return to hip hop. And I'll get into all of that as I go on. But the crazy thing about this is I used to did not listen to hip hop. Like, in from the late 80s into the early 90s, I grew up, I was a Michael Jackson kid. Like, so that discussion, that debate that people usually have between Michael Jackson and Prince, I'm on the Michael Jackson side. I got some Prince records that I mess with tough. Some people like both. And I don't dislike Prince, but I'm partial to Michael Jackson. Like, Beat It, uh, Thriller, PYT. Man, I my skin start glowing when when that music go on. Anyway, a little bit off topic, but I wasn't really listening to rap music then. And then when I got old enough to remember music in car rides, I have to note that I'm the only true hip hop head in my family. A lot of my family, they listen to a lot of different music, but me, I'm kind of hip hop centric. So that's why I want to point this out. But like in car rides, I remember songs like, well, Vanilla Ice songs, Uncle Luke 69 Boys, MC Hammer songs being played on the radio, which is in the early 90s, early to mid 90s. And it was called hip hop. And I was like, I don't think that I'm interested in this. So I I actually boycotted hip hop in my head. It was like, I don't know about whatever this is. And then I got to 1996. I got my first that the girl, my first girlfriend. Was it my first? No, she wasn't my first girlfriend. Whatever. The girl I was dating in '96. I was 14 at the time. Um, we would talk on the phone, and she would be like, I guess she's acclimated to growing up and people having music playing in the house or whatsoever. And I never had any music playing. I was just always playing my game or watching something on TV or be quiet and we just be on the phone. And she was like, "Why you?" One day she was like, "Why you don't you ever listen to the radio?" And I was like, "I mean, I have a radio, but like I don't turn my radio on because it's just not much on there that I want to hear." And she could not wrap her mind around this concept, to the point to where at some point, well, after we would have the discussion, and she probably dropped it the first day, second day, but then like the next day she started like turn your radio on. I'm like, I don't want to turn my radio on. And then she started acting funny, and I'm like, huh. I'm trying to make her happy, so I turn the radio on. And I would just turn it on, I leave it on, and it was some stuff that was okay, that was cool. And one day I heard the song that changed everything for me, and it's Do or Die's Smoke and Ride. Well, play it like me and you. Do you wanna ride? Or play it like the smoke, some shit like that. How I forget my favorite song like that? Maybe because the camera on. I don't know. Anyway, That song is the first song that I remember listening to and going, this song is hard. I didn't have that verbiage in the 90s, but just in my head, it's like I just kept playing that song over and over and over again. And from that point, hip hop became like a serious thing for me. And I quickly got, I quickly latched on to Do or Die. I latched on to Tupac's music, Nas's music, um, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and I think that was the early nucleus for me. So my hip hop ear, I mean, I was born in '82, but my hip hop ear came online in 1996. So there are, if you talk to people that's in my age bracket, they hold up other artists because they possibly started when they were younger. I don't know. Maybe they started when they're younger. Maybe they're just drawn to other music. I don't know. But my introduction to hip hop was Do or Die, Nas, Tupac, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and they sort of set the foundation of what I've grown to love about in hip hop. Um, Today, my personal favorite rapper is 50 Cent. I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna break down the artists that I like in different videos for the future, but I'm just kind of laying the foundation as to what hip hop means to me. But through the years, you know, listening to rap, the messaging and speaking to why I actually do love rap. I grew up in Highland Hills. For the uninitiated, Highland Hills was a rougher neighborhood, so to speak, like where you hear gunshots every night and then you hear the sirens behind it. When I was a kid, I used to think that it was firecrackers. I'm like, dang, they pop firecrackers a lot out here. You got older and realized it's like, okay, you hear the pops, then you hear the sirens behind it. It's like, that's not firecrackers. That's somebody that was hit, or that's a response to somebody recklessly shooting, whatever the case may be. Uh, Dope fiends. Uh, Two of them live on the street with me, and so like the messaging points. Oh, I gotta. Why did I leave Master P out of there? Well, Master P came a little bit behind them, but because I can get lost into all these rappers that I really like, but a lot of the stuff that I heard in hip hop records were things that I actually seen in real life. Speaking to um, homies that would get shot at young ages, die at young ages, um, prostitution, um, dope fiends, selling drugs, shootouts. And it's like all of that stuff was then you got the broken family piece of somebody not being in the home, or you not being able to the frustration of having these feelings and you don't know how to express yourself. Different artists touched on different things that were relevant to my actual life, and it was like, man, somebody feels the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna just say somebody because it was different artists doing it, and it was like I couldn't get these conversations in real life. So, you know, hip hop for me, it came in and it was, I think I heard Tupac on an interview say something like, we come from broken homes, and the music becomes the father, it becomes the big brother. Now I had my father in my life. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I understand the concept of what he was saying about the music. It fills a void that you have, because I grew up and I didn't have my mother due to circumstances that were out of both of our control. Me and my mother have a great relationship now. I don't want this to come off like that. It's just the way I grew up. My mother was missing from my past. So hip hop to some capacity, it helped fill that void for what I couldn't get. You know, some of the stuff, some of the things that I value, and now hip hop has grown into this. It's huge. It's mainstream. It has so many sub genres that haven't been defined, and there are aspects of hip hop that are better. Me personally, I feel like the best rappers of today are way better than the best rappers of yesterday. But the problem with today is that now hip hop music is so popular and our technology is so advanced, you can make music with your smartphone. So back when I was coming up, rappers had to put in work to put out material. So like it used to be a thing to find somebody that could make, you could rap, say you could rap, and you probably picking out beats and picking them off the radio, writing to the radio. But if you really wanted to go for it, you had to find somebody to make your beats. You got to find somebody to do your digital art. You got to get a jewel case. You got to get you a barcode. You got to get it packaged. You got to find somewhere to record. You got to piece together that entire process. It wasn't as simple as, oh, okay, I could download this app. I could pull my instrumental off YouTube. I could do me a snapshot here on Google, and I could upload to SoundCloud or DatPiff, and I'm out. It wasn't that easy. So, with that being said, it took the guys who were really passionate to push through. And in my opinion, let me not say that. Let me not say what I was about to say. Back the earlier rappers, I believe they were more passionate about the craft of hip hop than where it is today. There are some, I don't think that everyone's passionate about the music that they are creating these days. I believe that for a lot of people it's a check and get your money, if that so be it. But I believe that that's the reason why that hip hop has diminished in some ways is because you can just make music on your cell phone. A little kid can make a song and put out a video and upload it somewhere. It wasn't that easy before. But speaking of just all of that, hip hop still has rappers today that are upholding the values of rappers from yesterday. You just have to dig for it. I think it's like modern day TV. It's like everything, like modern day movies. The fact that you can just it seemed like a lot of these TV shows are shot with cell phone camera. You have to sift through all of these shows. You got to sift through about 30 shows to find 2 shows you like. I don't know, some might like more, some might like less. Whatever it is, it's the same thing going on in rap, because it's literally thousands of rappers that's out. They're not all good. Like, there was a point in time where there was a less amount of rappers out and they were better. But now it's like it's so many rappers out there. It's like, man, even me, like, I have a filter system because I don't just press play on all of this stuff. But a guy has to win my ear before I listen to him. It's too many rappers that's out for me to be trying to listen to all, I don't know, 6,000. I have a friend that stays in New York. He stays on top of it. And he says he knows like 6,000. He would tell you the exact number of rappers that's out. I don't know where he gets the capacity to listen to all of it, but I'm not there with it. I probably got a set of 100 to 200 rappers that are in my go-to, and the rest of it is hit and miss. But yeah, hip hop's gonna be something that I speak on. I think I found a way I'm gonna break down music here. That's still a work in progress, but I definitely wanted to touch on, what hip hop means, why it's important to me, and why I return to it more so than any other genre. Because hip hop has breathed life into me, and has helped me make it through some dark times, and it's given me some perspectives. But it all depends on what you're listening to, because you know a lot of people say rap music ain't nothing but shoot 'em up, bang bang. And my response is, have you heard of Lupe Fiasco? Have you heard of Ab-Soul? Have you heard of Mickey Fax? You know, these guys will really educate you on some things that you may not be aware of in the world, real world relevance, um, things that can actually help you in life. So it just depends on where your ear is. And my light just went out. So I'm going to end this video because I'm going to keep this, not re-recording it. But hip hop will be a discussion here on this channel.